Hi, welcome back yet again to the Beer Temple. Your two happy hosts, Chris Quinn and my lovely wife, Margaret Quinn.
Hello, everybody.
And why are we happy? We're happy because we got a surprise gift in the mail yesterday.
Yeah, UPS technically.
Yeah.
Special delivery.
Special delivery from Goose Island. They sent us some Bourbon County Stout.
Yeah.
And the new Bourbon County Coffee Stout and the Bramble Berry Stout. Bramble Rye.
We're still working on getting that down.
Yeah, Bramble Rye Stout. So these, as of right now, have not been released yet. So we've got some like contraband here.
Yeah. So
what are we gonna do? We're gonna be like the idiots who like commit a crime and post it to YouTube.
Right. We're basically, it's like piracy at this point.
Yeah. We're basically pirates.
We're basically pirates. But
I'm the Dread Pirate Robert, and you're One-Eyed Willie.
Fine. Who's Max?
He's I was gonna think of a name, but of the pirate, but I can't.
Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Little Blackbeard.
P-Brain, the pirate.
Right. P-Brain.
The Dread Pirate P-Brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who am I again?
Dread Pirate Robert.
I'm the Dread Pirate Robert.
One-Eyed Willie.
And P-Brain.
Yeah. You're
Captain P-Brain.
Little matey.
Yeah. Me matey. P-Brain.
I have that Halloween costume next year. I'm just saying. Max is going to be a pirate.
I'm being less gold. But let's move on.
Moving on.
So, yeah.
Today's episode.
That was quite the rant right there. That was awesome. So, today's episode, we have them both. I'm just going to say right now up front, we're not going to have this one yet.
Today.
This will be on an upcoming episode very shortly.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, we're going to be seeing this before, but how we had done a whole bunch of episodes in advance, the one we were supposed to do was the Bourbon County Stout.
Yeah.
So we had our own bottle of it, which we tasted, and we won't talk about that, but that will be coming up next. But we figured since this beer is being released
this week,
it probably it might start hitting stores in a day or two.
I hear Thursday or Friday of this week is when it's
so we're going to try to
released.
get this up soon.
Yeah.
So you guys can actually see the review, see if you like it, and then actually try to get some, rather than me yet again being like, now this is a beer you can't get.
Right. If you could time travel.
Yeah. If you wanted this beer, you should have. Yeah.
Time traveled to Belgium, stood in line.
Yeah. This is a great beer. I'm going to go buy it. That's what you'd be saying if you were watching it 2 months ago before it came out.
Right.
Yeah. So rather than doing that, we're going to try to rush out and do it. So we're going to start with the Bourbon County Coffee. This is the Bourbon County Goose Island Imperial Stout, aged in bourbon barrels with coffee added. This is the second time they've bottled this. The first time was in 2010. They didn't bottle it last year, I believe. Was it last year? I forget. Maybe it was. This is the second time they're bottling it. It was probably. It's been a year, or maybe
this is 2011, so last year would have been 2010.
No, I know, but I'm trying to think if it was like a year or 18 months or something like that. Anyway, this is the second time they've bottled. The first time it was with the Intelligentsia Black Cat Espresso. This time it's with a different bean from, a different roast from Intelligentsia, which they actually are right next to each other. Goose Island and Intelligentsia, so that's easier for them to work together. I can't pronounce the name of this coffee. Angelanaka.
Oh, yeah. Angelanaka.
You know, that one.
Yeah, everybody knows that one.
So, this beer, tell them about the first time I had this beer.
Okay, yeah. So, Chris had this beer, I guess the last time it was bottled.
Yeah.
You went absolutely bonkers crazy for it.
Mm-hmm.
Sought it out like it was...
going out of style.
Like it was going out of style, as the kids say these days.
Mm-hmm. With my dungarees on. The kids also use that word.
Yeah, right. No, psych. Yeah, Chris minorly obsessed over this beer, and I'm sure you're very excited to have it again today.
I'm very, very excited to have this beer. I really, really love this beer. This is one of the first bottling of it was one of my top 5 beers. I could probably say one of my top 3 beers maybe of all time.
Yep.
Might be like my top 2. I don't even know. It's so hard to get there, but I absolutely love this beer. I'm so excited to try it right now. That is why we were happy getting way back to the beginning. But it's different. It's going to be a different bean, and it's going to taste different. Maybe I'll hate it this year. Maybe I'll spit it.
For some reason, I doubt it. And we don't have our spit bucket, so you're not going to have that option.
One little change this year is now they have little Bourbon County on the cap.
Very nice.
Very cute. Adorable. So, let's look.
All right, let's take a look at this. So really, really dark brown. Yeah, man, certainly opaque. You can't see through it. You can just see the viscosity in this beer. You know, how thick it is, how it sticks to the edge of the glass.
Very little head, but you do get some. The bubbles are actually kind of bigger than I thought.
You have quite a lot more head than I do. So mine's pretty still. Mine actually looks like a cup of coffee.
Yeah, it does.
You know.
So.
Oh man. Smells great.
Seriously good smelling beer.
Yeah.
So. Man, so I'm trying to. It smells like a little bit spicier than I remember. I remember last time I had it, it smelled to me like coffee ice cream.
Yeah.
Where this time it smells to me like, man, it's like a roasted, like a coffee, like with a little bit of. It almost smells like there's rye in it. There's no rye in it, but like that nice like spicy coffee coconutty thing.
Yeah, I certainly the coffee, the coconut. I think you're right on. That's I guess the barrel coming into play. And for me, it was black pepper.
Yeah, black pepper.
I get some black pepper out of this. Yeah, definitely some spice.
Yeah, so I'm getting like a black pepper as opposed to like that kind of mocha coffee last time.
It certainly could
definitely
be
get the barrel, definitely get the bourbon, and you're getting the chocolatey roastiness of the stout. And that's really what turned me on about this beer the first time, was there was so much going on in this beer, and I could pick out the different elements of it. I can taste the stout, or I can smell the stout, I can smell the bourbon, I can smell the oak, and I can smell the nuances of the coffee.
You're geeking out right now.
But it's such a
but you're right.
But how many beers have you had where they're trying to add flavors to it and just one of them is either completely lost and shouldn't have been there to begin with, or completely overpowers everything else?
Yeah, it's true.
And I mean, in terms of smell, I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah, and definitely smell the booze in it too. I mean, it smells hot. You know, you're kind of getting like that warming feeling as you're inhaling. All right, let's get a taste. We discussed our different sipping methods in the last episode. You really ruminate and roll it around in your mouth. I take quick sips. Pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's big. It tastes to me a little. It's hotter than the last one. Although I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to compare it anymore. I'm just going to treat it as its own beer.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good. You get that bourbony flavor to it. You get that pepper as well.
Yeah.
You definitely get that spicy pepper, which goes really well, which is maybe why I was saying like, oh, rye. I had bramble rye kind of on the brain and the whiskey.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of it, like kind of that peppery, spicy, boozy flavor coupled with that coconut and the chocolate.
Yeah, and just the mouthfeel of this, so smooth and silky. Yeah, I'm still taking my quick sips here.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of like an astringency too, like a drying quality in the mouth. I don't know if that's the tannins from.
At the very end, you mean?
Yeah, how it kind of like. Yeah, it feels like you like the like it's being wicked off your tongue. It almost feels like
a little bit like a dry red wine when you you know, kind of have that little bit of like a sticky, you know, your tongue kind of sticks to the roof of your mouth type thing. Yeah, I get that a little bit.
Very good.
Yeah.
Not for the faint of heart. A lot going on here. A big strong beer. This is 14% alcohol, 0.5% less than the regular Bourbon County. And I would assume that is because since they have the same base beer, they do add coffee to it. They add the coffee at the end, and it probably knocks it down a little bit. Very, very well made beer. Very harmonious in there. You do get all the flavors. It's one or two best. I mean, it's up there. I mean, Bourbon County Coffee is that, and like say Founders KBS are really my two favorite coffee stouts. Bourbon, they're also bourbon coffee stouts. Excellent beer.
I think this is a really nice beer to have. I mean, this is like the quintessential after dinner beer to have with dessert, right?
Yeah.
You get the coffee, you kind of get that warming feeling. I can still feel it kind of going down my chest here.
And what was the suggested? So we got a little sheet, like a spec sheet on the beer, and we were looking some stuff online. And what was their suggested food pairing with this?
Flourless chocolate coffee cake.
So
get that out of your fridge. You know you got one in your fridge right now, a flourless chocolate coffee cake.
And if you don't, I mean, that delicious devil's food cake, or what do they call it, red velvet cake, or chocolate mousse that you got from the local bakery.
You know what?
Throw it away. No, throw it away. Throw it away. And then burn the trash. Burn your dumpster, and then to be sure, burn your house down. And then go buy a flourless,
cover all the bases,
chocolate coffee cake.
And have, I was gonna say, I think this beer is good enough where you can have this with like a ding dong.
Or a chunky.
Perfect. You can have it with a chunky. Paid endorsement, not really. You can have it with a ding dong, and you'd be like completely sublimely happy, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very, very good. I'm going to give this beer a 97. I love it. I think it's pretty awesome beer.
Hey, Big Raider.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I like it. As usual for me, the only thing I will say negative about this beer is I want to have some age on it. I think that's just a personal thing for me with BCS. I like it when it has a little bit of age.
But here's the issue with that. You're going to lose the coffee.
Right. I know.
So this is not. I do have a beer that from the first bottling that I still have. My guess is that I should have just drank it fresh, but I just have to kind of sometimes throw them in there and see what happens anyway. You never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is a beer, if you do get it, drink it. I would say, really, unless you really, really, really want to age some, don't worry about it. This isn't the one necessarily to age. It's probably going to come in about $15 to $17, I would imagine. And I say it's a buy. I mean, I say it's good.
Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely a buy. As far as rating, yeah, I'll go 95. I think this is an excellent beer.
Okay, so you're pretty high.
Pretty high. It's a little hot for me, but that's just my personal preference.
Yeah.
I'm a lady.
And you get some really nice at the end, nice oaky flavors in the back of your mouth with that coffee. And that pepper too, it's really good. I mean, I just like how all the intended ingredients play a part, and they kind of add up to make it better. So very, very good. Excellent beer. Is it as good as the first bottling? Personally, to me, no.
Oh. But I also think that the novelty of it for you, maybe, I mean, it seemed like you had a special thing for that beer the first time it came out. And maybe it just because it was like, whoa, what is this? It was delicious. And then you just went all over the city trying to find it. So personally, I think you just have a little bit of nostalgia for it.
Well, then wouldn't I rate it higher?
The first one, no, the first bottling.
Oh. Okay. Well, believe me, I wanted this to be every bit as it's off. You know what? Look at me. I gave it a 97. This beer is great. This beer is awesome. This is one of the best beers I've drank this year.
Yeah, this is one of the best beers we've had on the show. So I think we should, leave it at that. And don't try to compare it to previous things that may be in the back of your head. That,
and it is personal preference, like I said. Yeah. So anyway, there you have it. Bourbon County brand coffee stout with the Anawada Ding Dong bean or roast. Stay tuned. We're going to have the regular Bourbon County beer from this bottling. And after that, we're going to have the Bramble Rye, which is the first time it's ever been bottled.
I'm super excited about the Bramble.
Yeah.
I got to say.
So we don't want to talk about that too much. We're going to try to get this online as soon as possible so you guys can see if you think it's a beer that you would like. And then you're going to have to call around for this one, guys. Start calling your beer stores and start finding it. It's one of those beers. You got to get on lists. You got to do all that stuff, unfortunately. just the sign of the times. Everyone loves the craft beer.
That's right.
But until then, I think this is very appropriate for now. We've got some great coffee stout to drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna go start the fire.
Yeah, and hopefully you do too. I wanted to see what you would do first.